Good evening and welcome to, well, a very meaningful RFL. Later this hour, I will take you to the southern border where I just visited, and I'm going to share my firsthand accounts of what immigration looks like up close from both Mexican and Texan soil. We will also take you to our nation's capital where the once unthinkable has become reality. The Republican Party voted today not to investigate the insurrection from the very building that they had to be rescued from when the mob came for them. The political cowardice and its consequences coming up. But first, I have a difficult announcement. Tonight will be the final RFL. While this may appear sudden, it's been coming for a while. The decision, though painful, it is my own. I wear many hats at RNN, including principally management, and I just can't continue to give the time that this program and you, the viewer, deserve. That being said, this is still tough. It has been an honor of a lifetime to have gone to work with the people attached to this program and to have been welcomed into your homes. Now, this show, by any measurement, has been a huge part of my life. To give you a frame of reference, I started doing this before I met my wife and started my family. This month, I brought my oldest kid home from college. The time, it has flown by. I have seen and done a lot over the years. This platform, it has allowed me to travel the world and this country. I have seen unbelievable grace and courage, and I've seen what the worst of humanity can do. I've interviewed presidents and personalities and everything in between. We've done award-winning programming and consequential investigations that literally saved lives. We've championed causes that turned into law and highlighted abuses that led to reform. I tried to create an hour where we would give context to the big story and explain why it mattered for America and why you at home should care. Now, you may not have agreed with all my positions, but I never lied, and I always told you where I stood. One of the things I will miss most is hearing from you. Without fail, when we opened our phone lines, you delivered, and often you put in human terms how a certain debate wasn't theoretical to you. You shared how it impacted your life. When the show worked best, I felt it was like a conversation with a friend on the other side of the television set, that we aspired to talk to instead of at. I hope we held up our end of the bargain. Now, I leave the airwaves at a very tenuous time in America. The 20th anniversary of 9/11, it's a few months from now, and it still is the most seismic event that I've ever covered. Broadcasting so close to ground zero, the pain was so raw, we were so vulnerable, and collectively, we all had doubt. But we also had resolve. And please don't let the revisionists say otherwise. While policy mistakes were made in the aftermath, the generosity and the unity of purpose of Americans, it was inspiring. That spirit, to me, it feels like a ghost now. The party before country calculation has somehow become the GOP platform. The consequences of this Faustian bargain, it's not just gridlock. It's a daily attack on truth. It's a bat signal to the deranged and the dangerous that their bile can come out of the shadows. Now, I've learned a lot of hard truths over the past few years. A person I never thought could become president not only proved me wrong, he hijacked a weak-kneed party and proved just how much ugliness there is in a country that I am still blessed to be a citizen of. I do not sign off, however, without hope. The American experiment is still the greatest modern beacon of democracy we have ever seen. Now, I've been wrong many times. I thought after Sandy Hook and the heartbreaking images of all those tiny coffins that we as a nation would join the rest of the modern world and rethink our gun laws. I thought after the insurrection that a violent coup to overthrow an election at the heartbeat of Congress, it would be a wake-up call to step back from the flame. So far, too many choose to still play with fire. I still believe that the fever will break. It will take longer than I ever imagined, but like with Joe McCarthy, we will finally choose decency over fear. Now, when I close the show, I will take time to thank all the people that made this program so hard to walk away from. But I first wanted to thank you. I know finding this show took effort at times. I'm sure you didn't always agree with my take on the issues, but you were dedicated and you cared. Thank you so much on behalf of everyone attached to RFL for choosing to spend your valuable time with us. Now, Andrew's going to join me on the other side of the break, and we're going to try to forecast the issues that we believe will dominate the American conversation.